अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन। मेरा नाम है मोहम्मद उमर फारूक एजुकेशन वाला एंड मैं रेहान कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट हूँ। एंड आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक और डिस्कशन रहने वाला है वो है हाउ टू डील विद क्रिटिसिज्म एंड यूज इट फॉर सेल्फ इम्प्रूवमेंट। तो ये टास्क हमारा रहने वाला है टॉक विद चैट जीपीटी। सो लेट्स रोल इन द वीडियो। My today's title video is how to deal with criticism and use it for self improvement.
Nice, strong title. Clear and useful. You structured around three main beats. First, separating the message from the tone. Like, is there something useful here, even if it was delivered badly? Second, decide if it's fair criticism or just noise. And third, turn the useful part into one small next action. Yeah, maybe start with an example from your own life.
So, how we can start judging the criticism about a person? Everybody should know about that.
Mm. Yeah, well, maybe don't rush to judge. First, ask yourself, is this criticism specific or vague? Specific means there's something to look at. Vague usually means it's just noise. Then notice the source. Do they understand your context? And lastly, check your reaction. If you feel defensive or angry, that doesn't mean it's wrong. Just slow down before deciding. You don't have to accept all criticism, only the parts that actually help your goals.
So, if we face criticism, giving a reply is the best choice, or just listening is a good answer.
It depends. Sometimes listening quietly is smart, especially if emotions are high. But if you do reply, aim for clarifying, not arguing. Like, can you give a specific example that keeps you calm and turns criticism into information? If it's unfair or mean, silence or disengaging is perfectly fine.
So, arguing in any situation will remain a good decision or always be a bad decision. Let me clear this first.
Checking on that. So, no, not always good or bad. The test is simple. Will arguing make the situation better or worse? If the other person is open and curious, a respectful discussion helps. If they're angry or not listening, arguing usually just wastes energy. A line you can use in your interview is don't ask, should I argue? Ask, will this conversation lead to understanding or just more conflict? That makes a practical framework.
So, what do you think if someone did a mistake and facing criticism just because of their mistake? What should do? What should they do about their mistake?
Checking. Well, if the criticism is because of a real mistake, treat it as a chance to grow. First, acknowledge it, then listen closely to what actually went wrong. Apologize if needed, fix what you can, and choose one clear lesson to carry forward. A good line for your audience could be making a mistake doesn't define you, refusing to learn from it does. That fits nicely with your theme of using criticism for self improvement.
So, do you think is it possible a person who tries to improve themselves for the purpose that they want to face any criticism?
Hmm. I do. Wanting to improve usually means you'll bump into criticism. That's normal and survivable. Think of criticism as a signal, not a verdict. Take what helps, drop what doesn't. Over time, you get better at filtering fast, less emotional whiplash, more focus on useful bits. And hey, if the criticism is just noise, letting it go is also strength, not failure. It's a skill that grows with practice.
Okay, so can you tell me about self-improvement methods or the procedure a person should follow?
Checking. A simple framework you can share. One, self awareness. Do a quick daily check in. What did I do well? What should I tweak tomorrow? Two, accept feedback with an open mind, not blindly, but thoughtfully. Three, set one clear goal, something specific you can work on. Four, take small, consistent actions instead of rewriting your life overnight. And five, review progress weekly, then adjust. A line for your interview: self improvement isn't becoming perfect, it's becoming a little better than yesterday. That ties nicely into your criticism topic, too.
Okay, so can you tell me how a person can face or like tackle criticism when they are starting any startup and they don't know how to explain people?
Checking. That's a very practical question. When starting a venture, don't try to convince everyone. Ask questions instead of getting defensive. Like, what makes you think that? Let your work speak over time. And not all criticism is equal. Feedback from people who understand the space matters more than casual opinions. A line you can use: every successful startup was doubted at the beginning. The point isn't to silence critics, it's to learn from useful feedback and let results prove your vision. That's strong, realistic, and fits your startup angle.
Okay, so what's the best ever reply you will tell me about for a criticism which is waste of time and we had what we had to do about that?
Checking. For time wasting criticism, a calm exit is best. You can say, thanks for your input, I'll consider it. If there's no substance, just smile and move on. Your focus is your most valuable resource. Don't donate it to noise.
And how can we ignore it? Like if someone is criticized, it's always impact a little bit. How can we manage to repair that impact, like their damage?
Checking. That's an important point. Criticism can sting, but it doesn't have to control you. Pause before reacting. Ask, is there anything useful here? If yes, keep that small piece. If no, let the rest go. Don't let one person's opinion become your identity. And balance it with evidence. Remind yourself of real work you've done, real results. A good line: criticism only sticks if I let it stop me. That keeps you grounded and moving.
Okay. Can you give me some tips and tricks which for like we can follow them and like we can avoid at early stages from getting criticized by someone or like we can find a person we know that they will just waste our time by criticizing them.
Checking. Sure. You can't fully avoid criticism, but you can filter it. Before launching something, share it with a trusted mentor first. Communicate your goal simply so people don't misunderstand. Notice patterns. If someone only criticizes without ever offering examples or solutions, that's probably not constructive. In that case, a polite thank you for your opinion and onward. A good principle is don't try to avoid criticism. Seek feedback from people who want you to grow, not from those who only want to judge. That mindset keeps you open without losing your focus.
Okay, so I did a conversation with you, and I understand one thing, which is staying calm and being gentle to everyone who criticizing you. Am I right?
Exactly. Calm first, then decide what's useful. Being gentle doesn't mean agreeing with everybody. It means handling criticism without letting it harden you. That's a solid takeaway you can stand by.
Okay, so is there anything in the character I'm missing? Is required for self improvement? Please tell me.
Checking. We covered the core points, but one more helps. Practice self kindness. Treat yourself like you treat a good friend. Second, know the difference between criticism and personal attacks. One helps, the other doesn't. And third, build a growth mindset. Every expert was once a beginner. You might close your session with something like criticism isn't the enemy. Sometimes it's a teacher, sometimes it's noise. Learn from what helps, ignore what doesn't, and keep moving. That wraps your theme very cleanly.
So my final question is from you are I want to know about the perfect balance between personal attack and criticism. Like someone, like I'm giving you an example. Like there is one person which is always getting criticized, and they took as a personal attack, and like they rarely they took anything which is they are expecting as a criticism, and the person too which always take all the thing even the personal attack towards the criticism, and they start growing themselves towards through it even if it's wrong or right. So I want to know about a like perfect perfect I forget what I was asking, so tell me.
Checking. So it sounds like you're asking, how do we tell the difference between constructive criticism and a personal attack? Constructive criticism focuses on actions and offers something to improve. Personal attacks target character and don't help you improve. Balance is take the lesson, drop the insult. For example, if someone says your business idea is terrible because you haven't researched the market, the useful part is research the market. The label terrible is noise. If it's only you're a failure, no useful info, you can let that go. Don't absorb every word. Filter the message. Keep the lesson, leave the insult. That one liner captures the balance.
Okay, that was a brilliant response. So let's end the discussion here.
Sure. Ending now. Happy to help. Sounds like a really well rounded discussion. For your interview,
So that was our discussion with ChatGPT. I hope you guys learned something from it. And if you like the video, then share it with your friend circle. And we will meet in our next video. तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।